So the simple machines that I used were, the first one was this guitar. It acted as an inclined plane, which rolled the ball down, and then the ball hits this capo right here. I attached cardboard to it so it would nice and neatly bounce off, and then it drops onto the pair of scissors, which is a wedge, and that it hits right here, and that cuts this piece of paper right here, which was attached to the string. The experiment already happened, so as you can see, the paper's already cut. And so up here, the string is attached to this bongo right here, and this whole system acts as a pulley. And once the paper is cut, the string loosens and the bongo drops. And when that happens, this string is pulled, which turns on the fan by turning it this way. And then you come over here, and here's another inclined plane. The fan is a wheel and axis, because you see it's rotating on an axis. And then you come to here, another inclined plane, and the marble is pushed and rolled down to this part right here, which is kind of the same thing I used over here. And the marble drops right onto that D note right there. And then that's the entire Rube Goldberg machine. So there are 5 types of energy that I have identified occurring in this machine. One would be potential energy. As you can see, the marble is not moving, but it still has potential energy. And when the fan is turned on and starts blowing, that's when the potential energy turns into kinetic energy and the marble starts rolling. So that is the second type of energy in this machine, is kinetic energy. A third would be electrical energy, because as you can see here, both the keyboard and the fan are plugged into an outlet, and when the fan is turned on, the electricity from the outlet is carried to the fan and transformed the electrical energy into kinetic energy by rotating the fan. A fourth type of energy used would be sound energy. So when the marble drops onto the key, that's kinetic energy, and then it transforms into electrical energy, and then that transforms into sound energy coming out of these speakers right here. The fifth energy type I want to talk about is gravitational energy, and this can be observed when the ball right here, when the ball is rolling down and it falls in free fall, there's gravitational energy because the ball is being pulled towards the center of the earth, and that is gravitational energy. So those are 5 types of energy used in this Rube Goldberg machine. Okay, so here are all the materials I used from start to finish. So this is an acoustic guitar. Right here we have a capo, but there's cardboard and tape attached to it. Below that is a 5-pound weight to hold down the string. It's a piece of paper, staples in there. Here's the scissors. Here's more cardboard. Here's more tape over here. And this string is from a sweatshirt, so sweatshirt string, if you will. This is a bongo. This thing that holds up the pulley is a table holder coming from these tables right here. So I kind of use the whole set. Here's some more cardboard. Here's another sweatshirt string. Here's a fan. Here's an electric guitar. And there's a marble. Some more cardboard right here. A little more cardboard, and then finally the keyboard. Okay, so the first energy transformation in the machine is when it's still right here, the ball, that's potential energy, and then it starts to roll down. That is kinetic energy, so that's one transformation. Then it hits this and starts falling. It's a free fall. So as it's falling, it has gravitational potential energy, and that slowly transforms into kinetic energy as it falls until the momentum is gained until it finally hits the scissors, which transfers kinetic energy into more kinetic energy, but with the scissors. And then that cuts this, which is another energy transformation. And this is pulled. This also drops, so that can be considered as well, this has potential energy right now, but when this is dropped, that turns into kinetic energy. And then when this is pulled, it turns on the fan, so that turns the electrical energy into kinetic energy. And then when this is blown, the potential energy of the marble turns into kinetic energy and starts to roll down here. And then same thing as with this ball and that guitar, the marble's gravitational potential energy as it's falling turns into kinetic energy, and it hits the piece of cardboard right here and transfers its kinetic energy into the keyboard, and the keyboard turns that kinetic energy into electrical energy, and then it also transfers that electrical energy into sound energy. And so those are the energy transformations of this Rube Goldberg machine. So I believe that there are 5 physics concepts in this machine. The first being kinematics. So you can see kinematics in this machine when the ball is rolling down this guitar neck. You can try to find its velocity and its acceleration and using kinematic formulas. The second concept discussed in this machine is dynamics, and that can be shown when trying to find the force, of the ball rolling down, or even the marble. You use force equals mass times acceleration, Newton's second law, and you can find force that way, so that has dynamics in it. The third concept would be circular motion and gravitation. While I can't really show you circular motion, even though there is, I can most certainly show you gravitation, and because there's free fall occurring in this machine, once with the marble and again with the ball. And so you can try to find G, the acceleration due to gravity, and that's gravitation. A fourth concept in this machine is energy, and that's pretty straightforward. All the energy transformations from kinetic to potential energy, you can look at how much energy that is using the energy formulas. And you can also talk about the law of conservation of energy, because even though one type of energy is transformed into another, that doesn't mean there's a loss. It's just transferred elsewhere. And then the fifth and final concept in this experiment would be momentum, and this can be seen in collisions, as when the ball hits the scissors, you can see that it's an inelastic collision, because not all of the momentum is conserved when upon impact. So you can try to find its momentum using its velocity of falling and its mass, and that'll equal its momentum. Then you can see in other places, such as the marble in free fall and that hitting the keyboard, that also has to do with momentum in collisions. And so those are the 5 physics concepts in this Rube Goldberg machine.